Carmen woke up to the sound of upbeat music blaring from her phone. It was her 26th birthday, and she was determined to make the most of it. Her best friend, Big Boogie, had promised her a day full of surprises, and she could hardly contain her excitement. After a quick shower and some coffee, Carmen dressed in her favorite sundress, ready to embrace whatever Boogie had planned. The two had been inseparable since childhood. His knack for spontaneous surprises had earned him his nickname. As she stepped outside, she saw him waiting by his car, a wide grin plastered on his face. "Happy birthday, birthday girl," he shouted, pulling her into a tight hug. "Are you ready for some fun?" Carmen laughed, feeling the warmth of his enthusiasm. "Absolutely. What's the plan?" Boogie had a twinkle in his eye. "First, we're hitting up your favorite brunch spot, and then, well, you'll see." After a delicious meal filled with mimosas and laughter, they hopped into Boogie's car. "Now, let's go on an adventure," he said, driving through the city streets. Carmen felt a thrill of anticipation. Eventually, Boogie pulled up to a large parking lot where a crowd had gathered. Carmen squinted against the sunlight, trying to make sense of the scene. As they got closer, she realized it was a car show. Colorful cars gleamed in the sunlight, and the sound of revving engines filled the air. "Wow, this is amazing!" Carmen exclaimed, her eyes lighting up at the sight of a vibrant pink convertible at the center of the show. "Look at that one," Boogie chuckled. "I knew you'd love it, but hold on, there's more." He led her through the crowd, stopping at a booth where a banner read, "Giveaway." Carmen's heart raced as she watched the excitement around her. "What are we doing here?" Boogie leaned in with a grin. "Just watch." As the event's host announced the winner of the day's grand prize, Carmen held her breath. "And the winner is Carmen Garcia." Carmen's mouth dropped open in disbelief. "No way? Me?" Boogie nudged her forward, and she stumbled towards the stage, still processing what was happening. The host handed her a set of keys along with a pink slip of paper. "Congratulations on your new car," he declared, and the crowd erupted in cheers. Carmen stood frozen, staring at the keys in her hand. "Is this real?" Boogie was practically jumping with excitement. "It's all yours. Happy birthday." Overwhelmed with joy, Carmen hugged Boogie tightly, tears of happiness spilling down her cheeks. "I can't believe this. Thank you so much." As she sat in the driver's seat of her new pink convertible, the sun glinting off the paint, she felt a rush of freedom and possibility. With Boogie by her side, they drove off into the sunset, the road ahead full of adventures waiting to unfold. That day marked not just another birthday, but the beginning of a new chapter in Carmen's life, one filled with laughter, friendship, and a car that was as bold as her dreams. As the stars began to twinkle overhead, Carmen and Big Boogie finished their cupcakes, savoring the moment. The city lights flickered to life in the distance, casting a warm glow over the park. Carmen felt a surge of inspiration. This was the perfect night to kick off a new chapter in her life. "Let's take a drive," she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I want to feel the freedom of the road." Big Boogie laughed, clearly on board with her spontaneous idea. "Let's do it. Just you, me, and the open road." They hopped back into the convertible, and Carmen turned the key in the ignition. The engine purred to life, a sound that filled her with confidence. With the windows down, she cranked up the music, letting the upbeat rhythm drown out any lingering doubts. As they cruised through the city streets, they belted out their favorite songs, the wind whipping through their hair. Carmen felt a sense of liberation, as if the car were more than just a vehicle. It was a symbol of her newfound freedom. "Where to?" Big Boogie shouted over the music. Carmen thought for a moment. "Let's head to the coast. I've always wanted to see the sunrise over the ocean." "Then that's where we're going," he replied, a mischievous glint in his eye. They drove for hours, laughter filling the air and stories flowing freely. Carmen shared her dreams of launching her t-shirt line, while Big Boogie encouraged her to keep pushing forward. "You have talent, Carmen. Just think. Your designs could be everywhere. You just need to believe in yourself as much as I believe in you." The landscape transformed around them, city lights fading into rolling hills and then open stretches of highway. As they neared the coast, the salty air filled the car, invigorating their spirits. When they finally parked near the beach, the world felt quiet and magical. They stepped out, the cool sand crunching underfoot, The sky was painted with deep blues and purples, and the first hints of dawn were just beginning to break. "Let's find a good spot," Carmen suggested, her heart racing with anticipation. They walked hand in hand along the shoreline, the sound of the waves crashing gently against the sand. As they settled onto a blanket Big Boogie had stashed in the trunk, they watched the horizon transform, the sun slowly rising to reveal a breathtaking palette of colors. "This is incredible," Carmen whispered, feeling a sense of peace wash over her. "Just like you," Big Boogie replied, nudging her playfully. "You're incredible, Carmen. This is only the beginning." As the sun fully emerged, casting golden light across the water, Carmen felt a renewed sense of purpose. The worries of the past faded away, replaced by dreams shimmering like the ocean waves. She could see herself pursuing her passion for design more boldly than ever, the car serving as both a literal and metaphorical vehicle for her journey. "Let's take some photos," she said, grabbing her phone. "I want to capture this moment." They snapped pictures, goofing around and making silly faces. Big Boogie even struck a dramatic pose by the waves, a pose that would surely become legendary among their friends. "Okay, serious face for this one." Carmen laughed as she tried to compose herself for a more artistic shot. As she looked at the photos later, she realized they were more than just images. They were reminders of the day she decided to embrace her dreams fully. Once they'd soaked in the beauty of the morning, they headed back to the car. Carmen took the wheel again, feeling more confident with each mile they drove. "Let's make a plan," she suggested, a glint of determination in her eyes. "I want to launch my t-shirt line, and I need your help." Big Boogie grinned. "You got it! We'll brainstorm designs, marketing strategies, the whole 9 yards." "This is your time to shine, Carmen." With a sense of purpose igniting within her, Carmen knew that this birthday surprise was just the beginning. With Big Boogie by her side, she felt ready to take on the world, one adventure at a time.